Welcome to the People Connect podcast. Your network is your net worth. Are you ready to take your life to the next level? Be prepared to leap out of your comfort zone and connect with the who's who of what you want to do. Stop, drop, and roll as we start, market, and grow the CEO of you and your host, Nichelle Womack. She will help you engage, reinvent, motivate, and reactivate your plans for success.
Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Happy Testimony Tuesday. How are you today? I'm Nichelle with 2excelwithnichelle.com. I pray that you are making it a magnificent start and finish to the end of the first quarter of this new year. Stopping in just to share with you a brief message that I think is very important as to perhaps maybe why you are not where you want to be at this end of this first quarter, or perhaps maybe you are and there's still some missing links that possibly could be tied together, that could be reformatted, that can be revisualized and refocused. It happens to the best of us every day. So let's talk about this status update. You know, oftentimes when I am on social media, welcome, how are you today? When I am on social media, when I'm just talking to people throughout the day, when I'm speaking to clients, when I'm teaching my students, when I'm personally in class myself, I hear people all the time say that they're tired, that it's not going to happen, they're waiting too long. Status update, paranoia. Paranoia. We need to incorporate this word into our lives. What does it mean? It means the universe is conspiring in your favor. Not paranoid, paranoia. We need to incorporate positive words and messages into our life, because I truly believe hey Fatima, how you doing? I truly believe that what we think, and the word says that so clearly, as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you're walking around today and you think it is a bad day, if you're walking around today and you're thinking that everything is not working out for you, if you're walking around today and you're just in disgust, okay, you need to refocus and start thinking that the universe is bringing good things to you. As a man thinketh, so is he. So stop thinking all these bad thoughts. This end of this first quarter, we need to really, narrow down what is it that worked and what is it that didn't work. I know I personally, this always is a refocus time for me. If I did not get what I expected to get within this first quarter, then I'm looking at what can I do to remap? What can I do to see what I didn't get and why I didn't get it? There's a reason for everything. And so this status update, instead of updating your status to saying why you're disappointed, true, in life we do get disappointed, things happen, that's life, but start thinking about the positive aspects about it. What are you thinking? Are you thinking good thoughts or bad thoughts? You are what you think. Just as if you are what you eat, you are what you wear, and you are what you do. So we have to recognize that we are bigger than our thoughts. We're bigger than things that happen to us just because they happen. Life is going to happen. How you react and respond to it is the end result. In sales, they always taught us that, when you're talking to your clientele, basically it's going to be that 20%, because that 80%, they're not going to be paying attention. They're going to be on some other path. They're not necessarily going to be for you and what you're doing. But that 20%, if you can focus in on that 20% to make it great, to make it be, what it is and what's needed, then you will see your life transform in a magnificent kind of way. We have to look at the big picture and stop focusing in on the little small things that come to as a hiccup in life. Life is going to happen. What are you thinking? Paranoia. Okay, you can look at that word, and basically what it says is that the universe is conspiring in your favor. Goodness is on your way. Your path is really directed towards you. How you think about it, how you feel about it, how you speak about it, everything really revolves around you. And people really interpret that to be true. Nobody likes to be around a negative Nancy or a terrible Tom. And so if you're one that's bringing that sour, spoiled, disappointing energy, then you are really draining the circumference that you're around. The universe itself is saying that since they want to live in negativity, that's all I'm going to give them. Since they're so doubtful of their future, their life, and who they are, that's all I'm going to give them. But if you are focused in on what's exciting, what you per se see that's going to happen, if you start speaking those things into existence, but then after that, you take it a step further. And when you start speaking and you start acting in that and walking that walk and talking that walk and doing that walk, you'll start seeing things transform in your life. It's really all about how you view things. Are you looking in a small lens or are you looking in a big lens to see all the opportunity that is waiting for you? End of the first quarter, if you did not meet your goals, my push to you today and going forward, we only have 4 quarters in here, and one is gone. And I know I'm talking to people every day. You love the way I talk. It really is true. Yes, I'm telling the truth, team, because, I've been there. And at some points in our life, we get there on a regular basis. But we have to figure out what it is we need to do to continue to push ourselves, because every day we're surrounded with something negative. You turn on the TV, all these shows that we look at on a regular basis on TV, nothing but negativity. So what you listen to, you start to believe. What you hear and what you see, you start to believe. But you have to have a different perspective about who you are, whose you are, how you're going to live, what you're going to think. You cannot allow that stuff to maturate your spirit and your soul, because then you start living it. And then when you start living it, if things start happening bad, what you're going to say, as I mentioned earlier, you're going to be like, well, the universe is against me. The world is against me. No, you are against yourself. Okay? You're against yourself. If you need clarity in your life, go to bit.ly. I need clarity. bit.ly. I need clarity. And what I'm offering you is to help give you some focus. I know when I first started my multiple businesses, even when I started my journey of parenthood, they don't give instructions to a lot of things. You can't read no book on how to be a good parent. No, you can't. It comes with trial and error. Even with business, you can get all the coaching that you need. You can read all the self-help books that you need, but it still comes with trial and error. Life is trial and error. And so if you want to be the best, you always need somebody there. Everybody needs somebody. People that say, I don't need anybody, I get confused by them, because I don't know anybody that has made it in this world without somebody by them side. Now, I'm not saying you need a whole bunch of people, but you need somebody by your side to help push you, because you get lonely sometimes. The mind says negative things to you when you're by yourself that says, I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. Or I'm tired. I just want to give up. Why do I keep on doing this? But when you have that positive force next to you to push you and say, hey, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. You can do what it takes to help you get to that next level. You don't have to be the Debbie Downer. You don't have to be the terrible time. I'm going to succeed. Why? Because I believe that I will succeed. Okay? So that's what you're going to say, and that's what you're going to do. And then you're going to prosper accordingly. You're going to prosper accordingly. And so keep in mind, this end of this first quarter, what are you thinking? What is your status update? Okay, what is your status update on social media? Is it the same old thing that you've been talking about for the whole quarter, for this whole first quarter of 2017? Or are you on a different page? Or are you on a different draft in your life? Have you opened up a new page and started writing another chapter of where you're going to go down? Okay, or are you still talking that same talk? That same talk, it gets tiring, it gets boring, it gets dull. You start seeing the effects in your life. You start seeing the negative effects in your life if you're still talking that same talk and nothing is happening in your life. We all get there. It's called life, as I mentioned. But you got to be in the position to say, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of going to this job every day that's giving me minimum wage. It's not treating me the way I know I need to be treated. That's not giving me the promotion that I need. I'm sick and tired of being in this same situation, in this relationship that hasn't prospered and hasn't grown. Everything that we do, we got to look at us first. Stop blaming. We see this on TV every day in the administration. Blame, 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 blame. There comes a time in your life where you have to take responsibility. When you take responsibility for things, you start seeing things in a different perspective and start seeing what value can you add to it. Because when you're blaming, all you're doing is subtracting from. When you start looking at what value can I add to, then you start seeing the additions that if you add this value to it, then perhaps maybe it'll be different. But blame does nothing but make excuses. That's all blame is. Excuses for your deficit, for your default in life. We can't be an excuse. God did not purpose us here on this earth to be made as an excuse. He purposed us to be victorious in our fight, in our battle, wherever it is we're going in life. He asked that you be pushed forward. If I be lifted up, I will draw all men unto me. And so you have to think in that perspective as you as the relationship person, you as the business person, you as the person that is seeking the results and the desires that you so to have in this life. It's up to you. Your life is depicted upon how you think about it. What are you thinking? What is your status update? Make it a positive one. Start the next quarter. If this wasn't a good quarter, that's okay. Life happens. Move forward. Don't look backward. We got a rearview mirror in life. That rearview mirror right there. That rearview mirror, we have that for one particular reason. And what is that particular reason? That particular reason is that we don't look backward, we look forward. You got to keep moving forward. The rearview mirror is there for one reason, so you to look where you came from, so you know where you need to go. And as long as you keep looking in that rearview mirror, what you're going to get is all about yesterday. Let's talk about today and moving forward and where it is that you need to be in your life. Moving forward in this next quarter, achieving your goals, achieving your objectives, starting that business, getting that new job, making the relationship the best relationship you can possibly make it. If you need clarity in your life, which everybody does, as I mentioned, no successful person in this world has ever made it by himself. Actually, the CEO of Uber, one of the transcending dimensions of automation in transportation. He even said, I need help in my business. This man is a millionaire, billionaire almost, I'm sure, if he's not already. He still said, I need help. Everybody needs help. I have a coach. I have somebody to help push me to that next level, because I too, as a business owner, over 25 years as a mom, 20 years as a wife, 21 years, I see in life that I need help as well. We all need life help. We all need somebody to push us to that next level. bit.ly, I need clarity. Who is your coach? I have multiple coaches. I have multiple coaches that consistently help me. I have a coach in my church. I have one that I utilize on a daily basis that's here with me. I have one online. I have multiple people in my presence. If you're not one of those kind of people to push me to that next level, then I can't be in your presence. I need people that are in my life, and you should be the same way. I need people in my life that are going to say, hey, I know that you're capable of doing more. I know it's your time to move forward. If you don't have anybody like that, then you're really missing a lot out in life. You got to have a spiritual coach. You have to have a mental coach. You have to have a health coach. You have to have somebody to help you push you to that next level. And, right now I'm in the process of seeking, a health coach, because, I've been on this not struggle, because I'm pretty much consistent in my weight, but sometimes, when you're going through things in life, you have a tendency to go up and you have a tendency to go down. I want to be consistent. I want to flatline in my weight journey, and I all know that it starts in my mind. When I see that food, I can't run to it like I used to. And I have a background in health as well, so that's all I know. I need to stop eating every time I see food. I work with people and helping get their goals together, get their thoughts together. And so, being a doctoral student in psychology, I work with people with the mind every day. That's all we talk about. How can we rejuvenate the mind? As the mind thinketh, as I said in the word, that's as it is in psychology. When we keep thinking those things that keep draining us from our potential, we never get to that next level. Never. So at every stage in your life, if you are in that position of growth, what you're going to find, you're going to have a buddy. You're going to have a system, somebody to help you get to that next level. I am me personally, where I'm in Missouri. That's where I am. Yes. So, it's a challenge. It really is. It's a challenge for you to do the things that you want to do. Why? Because opposition always stands in our way. And again, my challenge to you, what are you thinking? What is your status update today? Is your status update of one of happiness, joy, and that it's time for me to get out of this level of being stuck? We're stuck in life so much. Hello from Russia. How are you? We're often stuck in places that we shouldn't be stuck anymore. Why? Because we've been stuck for quite some time. And if you're still stuck, then that's a problem with you. Why? Because maybe perhaps you haven't sat down and said, look, I need help. At some stage in our life, Everybody needs help. And as I mentioned, everybody need a buddy to help keep and push them to that next level. So I thank you for your time for this little early lunch break push. It's time for me to go get me something to eat. I got to meet several other clients. I'm working on some big contracts. I got a production that's taking place on April 29th here in Missouri. I'm so excited about that. I have some fabulous speakers that are coming in to help transcend people's lives. And as within the next couple week, actually within this week and next week, I'm going to be pushing that because people need to be there to hear that. It's called Purpose, Position, Purpose, and Prosperous. Are you positioned, purpose, and prosperous in your life to help go to that next level? You know, it takes time to be positioned. It takes time to be, purposed in our life, because a lot of times we don't know what our purpose is. And then to be prosperous, you got to be positioned in your life in order to be prosperous. You got to be potentially there in your life to be prosperous. And it all starts with being purposed, positioned, and prosperous for success. So again, I thank you for your time. I thank you that perhaps maybe you have an open mind and an open ear, that you've taken this message, that you've utilized it to enable you to get to that next level. And like I said, if you are at that state of your life and you may be confused, thank you for teaming up for those beautiful hearts. I greatly appreciate you. Go to bit.ly. I need clarity, and I can help you get clarity wherever there is lack or confusion in your life. First, we're going to, as I mentioned, I tell you all the time, I'm faith driven. So we got to talk about that first. It all starts with your faith and your belief system. Some of us have been given indoctrined belief systems of, when we were little, they told us we weren't going to make it. We weren't going to be successful. A lot of us have gone through that. We go through these journeys of people telling us that we can't. I'm here to tell you that you can, and you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. I didn't say that. He said that. What you have to do is believe it. And sometimes you need somebody to help you be there right by your side to help push you to that next level all times. If you want to be the best that you can possibly be, if you want to bring that greatness out of you and share with the world what you have, stop storing all the greatness that's in you. Let it go. Unwrap your gifts. Now is the time to unwrap your gifts. Stop being stingy. There's a lot that you can share with the world. There's so much that is ready, that is enabled in you to be released. Release it now. I'm Nichelle with 2Excel with Nichelle.com. Again, if you need clarity, bit.ly. I need clarity. I look forward to speaking with you very soon. Be blessed and highly favored in everything that you do. And may everything you touch, may it turn to gold. Blessings and peace unto you. Bye-bye.